This is CaptJacSparo, and welcome back to Rust. This is going to be a little different video. I'm going to live stream it, but it's also going to cause it to be forced to be recorded to YouTube. So the whole point of this video is not actually content. This is more of a how-to video, and I've got to figure out how to meld those or mend those into functional videos while live streaming. So I'm going to label this one different. It's not going to be like Season 1 Rust with CaptJacSparo. This one will be how to, in this case, how to properly node tap in vanilla. So no, I hate doing that. You're not supposed to like reactivate your screen with your semi-auto. So node tapping, as you can see, I'm farming sulfur, okay? And I don't need any more stone, and the stone keeps filling my inventory. So does the iron ore. I don't need it. I want it. I got plenty of it at my base. I'm taking the high qual. I don't need it either, but I'll only ever get 1 or 2 pieces per node. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you literally how to do that. Now keep in mind, there's some features built into the game that will never change unless they actually change the whole game. An axe, 16 I think, 16 or 17 swings on a tree. And then there's and that's, keep in mind, that's whether or not somebody has walked by and just ran by and hit it and is just being a jerk, or just being really fast. You gotta kill this pig, because that's the other thing I'm farming is animal fat. Pigs can go down in 1 hit. Keep that in mind, so you don't have to waste your ammo on a pig. But the whole purpose of this video is node tapping. So node tapping is a little different than the trees. A node will give you a set amount of items. Okay, it's going to give you stone, it's going to give you metal ore, it's going to give you sulfur, and high qual. So 4 items, and not necessarily in that order. Okay, so normal people that don't know this would just sit here and mine this whole thing, leaving themselves vulnerable for everything that can happen to them. Luckily, I'm on a server that can't KOS you, just because you're in an area. You have to be within their base. But anyway, so you saw there, it filled up my inventory with some stone, some metal ore. I don't need that. I don't need that. Certainly don't need that. But I got one hit on the sulfur and 1 hit on the high qual. So how do you exploit that without breaking any rules? You exploit that by very simply node tapping. Node tapping is just this. If you watch the bottom right hand corner, you'll see when I hit stone, metal, sulfur, and high qual. And like I said, not in that order. There's the high qual hit. So if I was just high qual farming, I could node tap that and move on. I will never get another high qual out of this node. There's the sulfur. I'm done. I will move on. This node will not give us any more high qual or sulfur. Watch. Never again will a node give you high qual or sulfur. Okay? So once you've exploited that out of the node, move on. If you don't need stone, if you don't need metal frag, just move on. I mean, look at this. There's 4 nodes, 1 of them being a sulfur, 2 of them being a sulfur node. There's a high qual. There's my sulfur. Moving on. This makes farming for sulfur and high qual a lot faster, and it makes the game content for you a lot better, because you're going to be able to gather those resources you need before your server wipe. And in this case for me, to pay back some retribution on some people that just live a little too close to me. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and cut this video and get it up there for you guys to enjoy. Maybe it will help somebody before their next server wipe. So with that said, may all the sulfur be with you. Enjoy.